The principle of induction dielectric heating. Here, this is also called as a capacitive heating, where capacitor is used. Say, let us consider one capacitor is there. This is a symbol of capacitor. Here, if this capacitor is applied to the voltage, then this resulting current in case of the sinusoidal voltage is applied across a capacitor, the leads current leads voltage by 90 degrees. This is a voltage, which is a current equation, which is actually 90 degrees out of phase. This is V and I. This is leading. Next, what happens? But this happens just because, just only this happens only when this capacitor is ideal capacitor. But in general, the equivalent practical capacitor would be like this. Practical capacitor is resistance followed by capacitor with some R and K. And now if we apply the voltage across this practical capacitor, observe this is a practical capacitor. Series combination of R and C is the practical capacitor. Practical capacitor. When voltage applied across a capacitor and this current through resistor is linear with the voltage applied. But current through the capacitor leads voltage by 90 degrees. But current through the resistor is not. So therefore, in case of if a sinusoidal voltage is applied, current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. But in practical capacitor, there is a small component of current in phase with the voltage. The small component of current, in phase with voltage and will lead to which leads to I square or loss or heat loss, and that is heat I, the dielectric of the capacitor, heat loss of the dielectric of the capacitor, and this is referred as dielectric loss of the capacitor. Dielectric loss is nothing but waste of energy in the capacitor, waste of energy in the capacitor in the form of heat. Next here, this is a one electrode plate. This is one electrode and another electrode. In between dielectric materials over there, dielectric medium. This is dielectric material in between two plates. Here the voltage applied across. Voltage applied. High voltage. And these are the metal plates and dielectrics. This metal plate is the metal plate and dielectrics. The electric loss can be effectively utilized so as to produce heat poorly conducting material. Some heat is always produced when the dielectric is placed under the alternating current voltage. This happens because a rapid change in electrostatic field. This happens because heat produced because rapid change in electrostatic field distorts the molecular structure of the material, and intermolecular friction generates heat uniformly throughout all the parts of the material. This happens because a change in electrostatic field distorts the molecular structure of the material, and intermolecular friction generates a heat uniformly throughout all parts of the material. To heat non-conducting materials, they should be placed under the parallel plates, and HF and VHF AC supply should be applied. And these, when we apply high voltage, the equivalent circuit of this circuit will be like this. Equivalent circuit, and now applied voltage, this V supplied voltage, and this equivalent circuit of this capacitor would be like this: parallel combination of capacitor in parallel with resistor, and this is the applied voltage. This is a capacitor, equivalent value of a capacitor, equivalent circuit, and so the equivalent circuit of dielectric heating losses takes place due to internal resistance of dielectric material, and C is the internal capacitance of the material, and R is the internal resistance of the dielectric material represented by R, internal resistance of the dielectric material, and capacitance offered by the between two plates of the two plates, and this capacitance and this applied voltage. Sorry, the advantages are dielectric heating is very quick, the efficiency is higher, heating is uniform, being free from smoke, dust, and process is very clean. There is no huge gases, no risk of pollutions. Heat is produced due to dielectric loss occurs in the material itself. The disadvantages are enclosures to reduce the high sound levels and dust collection from furnace of gas, and use the slag production, cooling water demand, heavy truck traffic for scrap, material handling and products, environmental effects of conductivity, electricity generation. And here, electrodes used in the electric heatings, and there are different types of electrodes to be used in case of material to be heated, and travels between the electrode or in a conveyor belt, the material is non-uniform in dimensions, or when different parts of the material required to be heated for different states. Then the air clearance is permitted between a dielectric material of one or both of the electrodes, and shape and size of the electrodes between which materials to be heated, between which materials to between heated is placed depends upon the fact that a uniform voltage gradient has to be provided. Electrodes slightly larger than the material are used where a regular field cannot be created on amount of peculiar shape or change. The electrodes may be made of simple shape, and charge may be rotated in the space between the electrodes, or gap should be kept an optimum value. In case of irregularity, shaped dielectrics, uniform voltage gradient is produced by using uh, special shaped electrodes to obtain uniform heating throughout the material. And the method of coupling of electrodes for RF generations, for RF generation. Here, these are the methods of coupling of electrodes, coupling of electrodes to RF generator. Hmm. And first one is electrode directly across the tank coil. Electrodes directly across tank coil. Here, this is electrodes, means this is the electrode 1 and this electrode 2 in between the dielectric material layer. And these electrodes are directly across the tank coil. The tank coil is the one here, one tank circuit, a combination of L and C, this capacitance and inductor. This is a variable capacitors, oscillator tank circuit, and these electrodes, dielectric with electrodes. These are dielectric with electrodes, and these can be connected like this. And second one is electrodes load across a part of the tank coil. Load across the port of tank coil. And here, and tank circuit will be there first. This is the tank circuit, C and L, this combination, and port of the tank circuit. So they both and simple some board of the tank circuit only. The dielectric with the materials. And this oscillator tank coil again, this is capacitor oscillator tank coil. And this is the first one, this is the second one, methods of coupling electrodes to RF generator. And third one, auxiliary inductor in series with load. Auxiliary inductor in series with load. Here, the load which is shown in the figure here is load, same tank circuit in parallel combination of L and C, and one auxiliary coil, and here these electrodes in series. This variable inductance is auxiliary inductor, and itself constitutes a capacitor, and this capacitor along with the inductor L forms a series resonant circuit. As the value of L is increased, the series circuit comes more and more resonance at the frequency of oscillator. Then the load voltage increases with the oscillator voltage. And this is what about a method of coupling of electrodes. And first we have seen that when a voltage is applied to the capacitor, and the resulting current through the capacitor is leads voltage by 90 degrees. But in general, in practical case, this some part of the small component of current, small component of current is in phase with the voltage, which leads to a I square or loss. This loss in capacitor is considered as induction losses. And this induction loss because of induction loss. Which in the induction loss, what happens when induction losses, the electronic oscillators are more induction losses. What happens is rapid change of electrostatic field distorts the molecular structure of the material, and inner molecular friction. And inner molecular friction generates heat throughout all parts of the material, which is a heat generating element through conduction in dielectric materials. Hence, it is called as a dielectric heating concept. And so, therefore, equivalent circuit is practical capacitor is resistance in series with the capacitance, which leads resistance is nothing but a see a resistance uh, is offered. Resistance is because of resistance offered by the dielectric material. Next, this capacitor, this is the equivalent circuit, and these are the methods of coupling. And very simple, it's not a big topic. Whenever applied voltage applied across a capacitor and resulting current leads voltage by 90 degrees. But some port of the small port of current through the capacitor is in phase with the voltage. So therefore, which leads to I square R losses. These loss in conduction because induction dielectric, hence it is called the dielectric heating. And this dielectric in the dielectric heat generated just because of sudden changes in electrostatic field. uh, Electrostatic field distorts the electrofield field distorts molecular structure of the material, or inner molecular friction generates uh, heat uniformly throughout all the materials. This is a heat generating technique using the dielectric method. And there are different electrodes, how the electrodes are connected to the RF generators, and how to couple these electrodes to the RF generators based on different methods. Electrodes directly across the tank coil, and second is load across the pot of the tank coil, and auxiliary inductor in series with the loads, and all these three different loads. Basically, in the industrial heating, only two techniques are there: induction heating and electric heating. And high frequency heating is also there. These three topics are important, and please go through twice each video. Thank you so much.